In my mind, it sounds like ooh, diddle. Hello. How are you? Good. They all say in unison. Just let me apply some really important work for this session. Anyway, this is my favorite little banded release that I do for my upper body. My lats in particular, my shoulders. So I thought I would show you what I do. And yeah, as always, if you have any questions or whatever, please let me know. The fit is fucking fire today. I'm just gonna do something off camera because I think it's illegal. Anyway, so we grab our little band. I'm just gonna take my slippies off. My Inner Storm socks on. Fuck yeah. But I start in a low kneel and I grab the band pretty wide, and I want to think about my wrists staying relatively straight so they don't angle out at any point, but I just start with some, they're called shoulder dislocations, which is a bit of a funky name. So just a few to warm up, and you don't want to hold the band too close together where when you're going over you really need to pull it. It should be really comfy just to get you nice and warm to start with. We'll work through some different like isolations and stuff like that at some point, but just warming up through your upper body a few times. And nice straight arms as you do this. And once you've taken a few, we're then going to isolate through our upper body. So I was kind of rounding and arching my back as I was doing that. Now I want you to not do that at all, and I want you to keep your ribs nice and steady. So they stay in. I hold the band and I see if I can avoid, you know, this feeling or that situation. And I take my dislocations like this. So probably 10 or so like that. And obviously your ribs and your chest might move a little, but you want to think about your armpits coming forward as soon as possible and staying forward for as long as possible. My wrists are moving a little, but I'm not crazily moving them in that way. So we'll take like 5 or so more, that is. Hello kitty, come here. And then once you're in the swing of that, you will then start to add more movement through your body. So as the band comes behind me, I'm really arching my back, inhale at the top, and then I exhale round, keeping my arms straight, my chin tucks. So inhale, band comes behind me, exhale, comes in front. So I'm trying to access my inhale when I need it the most, which is here, right at the top. Nice deep breaths through your nose. And you're basically taking a little cat-cow here. So we'll do 2 more. Chin tucks. Before I hold the band behind me in this gross spot. My arms are already tired, so I need a second. And I say gross spot, just like one of the more challenging spots. And I'm gonna try to keep my shoulders down by engaging my lats, drawing my armpits down, and bringing my elbows forward. So I'm not just chilling back here. I'm trying to draw my elbows forward, see what happened to my shoulders. They stay down. And then I open out through the bend, feeling my serratus anterior, my lats, all those muscles down the side or up the side of your body. Squeezing and reaching, maybe staying out wide. Little pulses for 4. Not using my traps. I'm trying to really isolate through my sides. 2. And then 1. Come all the way forward. And a nice little release from that is to put your hands on your kneecaps. Round back. And I've got a really strong connection point here. Leaning from side to side. And arching, maybe hands come back. And just open my knees. And just chilling there. Okay, so the next little add-on from this sequence that I like is to start with one hand down and then reach that other arm all the way over, sitting my hips away from where the band is. And you can sort of tighten your grip here, but you want to use the pull of your bottom hand in order to stretch through your side, your long side. You can bend your arms slightly. My shoulders are just really flexy, but I feel this all the way in my sides here. Pulling with the top and then leaning away, pulling with the bottom. So just using that bit of resistance. And then slowly coming up. Going to the other side, I sit down, pulling through either side. So I'm not thinking about just extending, like tricep extension. I'm thinking about the work coming from my side body. My head is nice and floppy. And I'm breathing into the side of my ribs, my lats. And then release. Woo! A few little rib circles always feel nice. Hello Kitty would like to show you something. So you better be nice. Show the camera. Show the camera how cute you are. Look. Look at her. Look at her. Anyway, so to add on from here, and I'll show you from the front and from the back because it gets a bit confusing, but we lean over to the first side and I feel my top arm now waving back and then waving all the way forward. So this is the first sort of part of the movement. And see there, I got a bit clunky, so got a bit ambitious with the band. Stretching through your shoulder, opening up through your pecs as well. And that kind of starts our little circle that we're gonna go through. So before we do that circle, we'll do the other side. Top arm reaches, even though the band is slack here, you've got to keep reaching. I feel it through my QL and all of my side body. One more. Ever any magic numbers, just however many reps you feel like your body wants or needs. And then I release. So we'll do full circles. I'm going to show you from the back first because it's a little easier to see. So let me make sure you can see me. Yep. Alright, so from the back, we put one arm up, we lean to the side. And in the same way we did those semicircles, you just continue leading until your other arm joins. Ah, not my slippers. No. Sorry. The other arm joins, and then the other arm leads, and the other follows. So think one arm, both, one arm, both. One arm, both, one arm, both. And notice how I'm arching, inhaling and then exhaling and rounding. You can pause obviously the video if you need, but you're just trying to find that nice rounding feeling. Oh no, not another cat in the slippers. Going around, grab the cat and around. And you can tighten your grip, kind of meet at the top and take some of those same movements we did, but with a bent arm. I sort of rest the elbow on the top of my head. Squeeze, and I've never taken these movements before. I just always start moving and then start flowing in, you know, like a really nice fluid sort of way. So of course that's completely there for you as well. Maybe moving from side to side. I've shortened the band. Come here. So yeah, now my upper body and my shoulders feel pretty loose, especially through my sides. So we've got 2 more little movements to go. The first, I'll just let him out the window. Out you go. You wanna go out? Next, I place the band behind or underneath the tops of my feet and I sit down. I'll face forward so you can see first. And you want to have a loose enough band that it's not too challenging to bring up into this position. So show you from the sides. I'm holding onto the band. This band's really tight, but I can't be bothered getting another one. So assisted cat-cow, we're rounding. Like you've got a backpack on and your elbows coming onto your head. And then as I arch, I try to straighten my arms. Again, this band's really tight, but your arms would be straightening towards my TV or behind you. And then I round. Thinking chest forward, ribs up. Chin can stay forward, doesn't have to go all the way back, but you really feel this through your shoulders, through your triceps. And once you've done a few, rounding and arching, you can take both sides of the band into one hand. And I am going to get a lighter band because I feel like I can't even show you what I'm doing. So stand by. This band's a little longer and a little lighter, so it will make more sense. It goes in the same position underneath the flat part of our feet, and we switch the band into one hand only. So bring it up in the same way, find it just in one hand. I lean a little from side to side, just being very gentle with your shoulder here. Even using my other hand to encourage my ribs and everything to come forward. I'm squeezing my shoulder down my back. And then when I go back to both hands, I can really feel the difference. The side I've done has already been opened up quite a lot. So we'll go into the hand we haven't done. Reach, try to straighten, hold on to that rib cage. Squeeze it in through the sides, squeeze and wrap your lats around, and then bend the elbow, gently release. It's nice for your upper back. Open, reach, and then relaxing. So even though I'm like, I'll get a lighter band, this is probably still just as heavy. But if you have quite a lighter band, and maybe you'll see with both arms now, see I've got more range just from that isolation. And can release. Ooh, I don't know if you heard that crack. That was delicious. Cool. So last thing I want to show you is, just my hair clip, is this little movement. I take forward on my triceps again. I hold the band in one hand and then the other, like I was taking, you know, this sort of stretch, holding my hands behind my back, but I've got the band here. I want to keep my elbows in instead of flaring my arms out. And I start with trying to straighten my arms back behind me. So from the side, trying to straighten my arms back behind me. I round forward, pulling on the band in front of me to stretch through my back arm. And as I round back, I pull on the band behind me, as in near my glutes, to give me more range. So I'm like seesawing here. And the most important thing is to keep your shoulders somewhat, at least a lot, in an externally rotated position. That's always the safest when you're doing any sort of contortion, unless of course you're a professional, in which case what are you doing watching this? You can do better than me. So, show you the other side. What is that? Reaching up, rounding, and pulling. Hopefully that's a good angle for you. This side is a lot more open because I've already stretched it. So I pull this forward round, then I come back, pulling that arm down. Two more. Pull. And as always, for a general sense, inhaling, arching, and then as I'm rounding my back, exhaling. You can see my arms have gotten nice and straight there. I think my cat just fucking threw up on my mat. What the fuck? Ew. Please don't ban me for swearing. So last thing I just want to show you is, if you do have like a lighter, looser band, or if you've got too tight ones like me, you can just squeeze them together, tie them together. And then you can take that same position where it's under the front of your feet and have your knees out wide. This is really nice for your middles and opening your back in middles, where I'm arching. Maybe I'll go a little bit lower. I mean higher up my leg, but so yeah, trying to straighten my arms. and then releasing. You're showing up again. Straighten and release. And just because I don't know if these are the exact same tightness, I'm going to switch which hand is holding which band. And then release. Some little rib circles while you're just sitting down. So you can do this on your knees. Your ribs are trying to draw to one side, forward, side and back. Making it as fluid or as random as you'd like. Someone throwing up again? Whoa. Little side bends. Feels so nice. And then we're all done. Yeah. Soaring, is this loud? Meow. Love ya.